Welcome back to You Special. The role of the youngsters is most important because many believe that youngsters are the facilitators of change. We are discussing what we can really do as youngsters for the environment. Now, a lot of you have projects, you have camps, you have organizations within your college itself that do something for the environment. Tell us what you do, Shruti.
Many of us are here, international climate champions from the British Council, where British Council gives us a platform to do our projects, take it forward. They help us both financially and support us otherwise. So we all have our projects, and my project is to take up the locality I live in and transfer it to, as environment friendly as possible. Also, my target group are children because I think they can make a difference.
Yes.
So I also conduct eco camps for them, so where they can go back and do more about it. So we a step forward is British Council also take us to camps. So recently we'd been to the Nilgiris for a week, where we witnessed climate change firsthand over there. So that brings us back to do more. And there we even we had students from 10 countries over there, where we came up with a declaration as to what we thought the government could do. So we had a whole lot of suggestions for the government.
Did you take it to the government concerned?
Right,
yeah?
we did.
And did they have a positive response?
That we have to follow up.
Okay. Somebody from this side, what do you do for the environment? Have you been consciously doing something?
Yeah, right from the second year of my college, I have been the part of the NSS project. So
Okay.
where we conduct camps in the rural villages. We have visited 2 to 3 villages. So we in person used to pick up the sickle, clean up the soil, clean up the entire village, build trees, create awareness among the children and the rural people in the form of drama and dance. And recently we, along with our NSS team, visited the place, and we are proud to see that they have been following us.
All right. And the follow-up is a very important thing, right? Because governments, countries, companies go on and on about doing something and, for the villages and for people. But how much do we follow up? Do we go back to that village and ensure that they are in a good state?
Yeah, I'm one of the international climate champions, and I was also part of the Nilgiris camp. So till now my project has been motivating students of age group between 15 to 17 to take up green business as a career option. And now I've done with that, and now since after the Nilgiris camp, I've decided to do a project in Nilgiris. As we said, we came up with a declaration, and I'm taking a small part out of the declaration, and I'm working with a local scientist over there. It's about soil conservation, and that's good. I'm going to implement that project during the summer, and I've already started planning.
Okay.
And next weekend I'm traveling there. So
all the best for that.
yeah, the follow-up
That's
part,
a great step.
the follow-up part which we are talking about
Is pretty much going to be implemented there.
Yeah.
Okay. Shruti, you're wearing green nail polish. At least that's a great start for being green. What else do you do?
I would suggest that all students from different colleges come together as a single body and work. I mean, we should start with practical stuff. I mean, you start working in a particular place. Let people know you're doing it, so they don't, deteriorate that particular place soon enough. And I think people will realize then that students are working towards it. And most importantly, in colleges, in most colleges, most students work towards, securing a number of hours, like 50 hours, and they're forced to work like that. They're not really interested in doing it. I think if you start a group like this only with interested students into it,
Motivate many more.
initiate a change.
Now, both of you do something very interesting, Haripriya and Avinash. Okay, let's start with you, Avinash. What do you do? It's very small, very simple.
It's very small and it's very funny as well. So I walk to college,
Okay.
though even though it's at the end of my road, it really makes much of a difference. And second thing that I do is I don't take notes in class. I conserve paper.
Wow.
So,
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I'm completely switching over to e-notes, which makes it even
okay.
portable as well, and I can pass it on to people as and when, and
Right.
it's small as well, so I
Alright.
conserve a lot of paper.
Gauri Shankar?
Yeah, I have something to say. Like, I insist my friends to always take the common transportation, like bus and
The public
trains.
transport,
Yeah, even we have cars, but being in this scenario, we have to think about and make some action. And apart from that, I'm planning to take a jute bag dealership, so that I'll stop the usage of plastic covers, which I'm very concerned about it.
Wow, that's amazing.
Because it'll help me in business level also.
Right.
That's
You're
part-
thinking forward in future as well. Great.
Beneficial as for me also.
Great, great. Haripriya, you have a very interesting way of getting the media and spreading awareness. Tell us about it.
Yeah, I think in my opinion, media can play a very huge role in spreading a responsible message about climate change and the environment in an era where we are talking about a lot of misinterpretation misinterpretations when it comes to climate change. So I've been doing a project where we are developing radio modules where we train school children to do radio programs, to have a practical experience about learning about the environment. So we're using a participatory approach where we involve the community as well as we facilitate in spreading the message. So this is involving all the LSRW skills for the school children, which makes it very interesting for them. So that's what we've been doing.
And follow up, right?
Yeah, and whatever events we come up later with, we involve that particular children whom we have trained so that they can do a small skit or do a small radio play for the other people who have gathered as audience in the events. So this is how we follow it up.
As
Zishan?
Avinash said,
You
as
to
a
walk to college?
No, yeah, but I use public transport. As a department, we are also reducing paper and using other method too. No?
Okay.
And I support
when we start like this in a small way in our own colleges, that itself is a way of showing that we are conscious. At least that's a start. Akhila, how do you make sure you have a green move?
Well, I'm a part of this group called ROB, which is Reclaim Our Beaches.
Right.
It's essentially we're just a bunch of, I won't even say students, we're just a bunch of young people and some older people who've gotten together because we think that what people need education on right now is the utilization of public spaces, because everyone says, oh, public space, government will take care of it, when ultimately a public space means that it is your space and it's up to you to make sure it's clean. So we're starting off with reclaiming our beaches. We've done various beach cleanups, we're spreading awareness. And one thing I would like to say is that a lot of people say that, oh, but all of you people just talk, what are you doing? I am a psych student, and one thing that we've been learning a lot in psych class recently is that when people are made aware of certain things, when people do actions because they want to and not because they're forced to do it, like in colleges, they actually start believing in what they're doing because it's just a mental reaction.
Because
you don't
keep
do
saying
something
it again and again and again.
No, it's just essentially a thing of I'm doing something, so your mind says, oh my god, are you wasting time? So to tell yourself you're not wasting time, you say, okay, so this actually means something to me, until you actually believe it means something to you. Which is why I think awareness and just talking even without doing something is very important, because the more people become aware, the more they say, oh my god, I know this, so why am I not doing something about it?
Okay, you have a point. Come on.
I just want to add to what she said by saying that we need incentives to work. So in our college, what we do is we have hostel competitions where the hostel which consumes the maximum power is looked down upon, and there's a competition where we try and minimize our use of power. And for our cultural festival, we had a CSR unit of our own, where we invited NGOs to come and keep their stalls in our cultural space as well, and we collected newspapers and old magazines and gave it away for recycling. So that really helped. And in a personal level, what I did was I was in touch with some groups, self-help women groups, who are into making jute bags. So I'm helping to get their products into the market.
Okay, one final comment because we're really running out of time.
I think the best thing you can do in a college would be to make paper bags. Like in WCC, we made 1,000 paper bags in like 3 months and give it to the canteen so they can put it into those paper bags and then serve instead of using plastic.
Absolutely. So it's all about, I'm sure all of us are doing something in a small way, at least a small beginning is great. But thanks very much for being part of this green discussion. It's been great having you all here. Let's hope that the environment belongs to us as much as we are part of it. Let it not stop with CSRs, let it not stop with just projects. Let's follow up on the projects that we do. And keep the green environment going, because this is what we are part of and this is our belonging too. Make sure you tune into You Special tomorrow as well. This is where we get your voice here. We want to hear from you. If you like your college or your set of friends to participate in You Special, make sure you write into us. Our email ID is feedback@ndtv-hindu.com. You can also SMS us or even call us at 99413 2222. Goodbye for now. Take care.